And welcome to Mindful Movement with AARP Alabama. I'm your host, Margie Curry, and we're here again with our certified yoga instructor who has been practicing for almost 25 years yoga, and she is also an instructor. And we're just glad to have her here today. So, everyone, we want you to remember that AARP empowers people to choose how they live as they age. AARP is a nonpartisan 501c4 organization that likes to see everybody and all its members have a chance to stay active as they move on. AARP Alabama is definitely dedicated to offering opportunities like this one with the Mindful Movement series so that you'll have an opportunity to stay engaged from your home. We are very proud and very happy to be a part of this program and to bring to you all these wonderful exercises and things so that you can stay active from your home. Becca, are you there?
Good morning, Margie.
Hey, good morning, Becca. Got a little chillier this morning, didn't it?
It has gotten a little cool here in Alabama this week.
Yes, it has.
It feels nice. It's like fall has finally gotten here.
Fall has finally gotten here. What do you have for us today?
Well, today, Margie, I thought we'd focus in on the neck and shoulders. That's sort of a perennial area that we want to maintain the mobility so that we can move our head around and feel comfortable in that area. It's definitely a place where we tend to hold a lot of tension and stress. So that's where I thought we would focus our work today is on the neck and the shoulders.
Oh, sounds fantastic. Sounds great. Remember, everybody, we want you to make sure that you check with your physician before you begin any exercise program, because we don't want you to be hurt from doing any of these exercises that we have and want you to be able to participate. So make sure that you check with your physician. Okay, Becca, take it away and let's work on those neck and shoulders.
Okay. All right, well, we're going to do, our base is going to be from a seated position, although we will stand up. And when we're standing up, you'll have the option to continue to hold on to the chair if you need to for balance and stability, or you might be able to choose to let go of the chair at times. So you can make that choice for yourself on what seems right for you as we go. And as we move through the neck areas, that's certainly a place just like the rest of the body that you want to pay attention to what you're feeling. And you should certainly stop if anything doesn't feel right or you kind of encounter some limitations. I don't want you to force or to push through anything. Just kind of check in and see what feels right for you. All right, so let's sit up tall. We're going to start by taking a few deep breaths. Go ahead and just place your hand, one of them on your heart or your chest there, your breastbone, and let the other one just rest on your abdomen. All right. So by just placing those hands in these positions on our body, we're going to hopefully be able to feel our breathing and breathe a little more deeply into those hands. All right. So just take a few moments. You might close your eyes and just notice your body as you breathe in and out. What parts of your body move? Does the hand on the chest tend to move, or does the hand on the belly tend to move? Or maybe they both move. Or maybe they don't, either one of them move much at all, right? So there's no right answer here, right? You're just observing what you feel in your body. Now go ahead and just start to gently increase the depth of your breath. Try to take a slightly deeper breath in. And imagine that you're, directly breathing into those hands. And then exhale, let the space underneath your hands soften and settle back down. Nice deep breath into the hands. Exhale, release. 2 more times. Deep breath into your hands. Trying to get a little more movement in those areas of the body if possible. And one more time. One more big breath in. And release it out. All right, and then just let those hands drop into your lap. Take a moment now just to bring awareness to the area of your head, your neck, your shoulders. Where are your shoulders resting? Are they pulled back naturally? Are you pinching back? Are they a little bit slumped or rounded? Do you notice them up near your ears, right? Just observe, where's your head in space? Is your head in front of your shoulders? Is your chin tipped up or tipped down, right? What can you notice about where your head is positioned? All right, and then we'll just begin to move and loosen up those areas. The first one I want you to do, I'm turning to the side just so that the visual is a little bit better. I want you to push your chin forward and then pull your chin back. Let the chin go a little bit forward and then pull back. And your whole head is pulling back. It's as if I had something behind my head and I could try to push my head back into it. So I'm pulling my chin back and slightly down as I pull that whole head back in space. Do that a couple more times. It should feel like the back of your neck gets a little longer. It should feel like you get a little taller up through the crown of the head. All right, so this is just a good way to sort of reset that position of the head and the neck by pulling the chin, the head back. So pull back one more time and stay there. All right, see if you can keep that position for a few moments and then start to turn the head right and left. And just be easy with this. Again, we're not going to force or push anything, but just make that movement right and left and notice how it feels. Is one side, tighter than the other? Do you feel any, limitations? And what is that sensation that you notice? All right, now bring the head back to center. Check that you're still pulling the head slightly back. And then let's tilt the head, ear towards the shoulder, and then to the other side. So side to side tilting now instead of that turning. So we're just moving the neck gently through all the different ways that it can move. Remember, you're going to work with your range of motion, whatever that is. This will help to preserve, maintain, and perhaps even increase the range of motion, but it's a gradual process over time. All right, head back into the center again. This time we're going to nod the chin down towards the chest, like you're looking down at the floor at your feet, and then lift the chin up and look any amount up towards the ceiling. All right, so nodding down. So this is different than that forward and back movement that we were making at the beginning, right? This is a, nodding back and forth movement where we really let the chin go through that range up and down versus pulling it back in space over the shoulders. 2 or 3 more times, just checking in. This is giving you hopefully an idea of how far can you tilt your head back and what does that feel like in your neck. All right, next time that chin is forward towards the chest, let's stay there. All right, now we're going to make a different motion. I want you to pull your chin over to one shoulder and then drag it back down across the chest and over to the other shoulder. And just make that semicircle, slow pull of the chin across the chest from shoulder to shoulder. All right. And bring it back to center. Pick the head back up. All right. Pull that head slightly back. And now let's move down to some movement for the shoulders and the shoulder blades. So start to roll those shoulders. You want to pull them forward so you get a little rounded, up towards the ears, so a little hunched up. And then pull them back. So squeeze the shoulder blades together and then draw the shoulders down. Create as much space under your ears as possible. And then repeat, forward, up, back, and down. Nice big shoulder rolls. This could become something you do with breathing. Inhale as you roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale as you drop them back and down. A couple more times. All right, one more. All right, good. Now we're going to do a little more movement with the upper back and the shoulder blades because that's pretty crucial to how our neck, and all the muscles that go into our neck and head, how they function and feel. So hands together in front of the heart, sit up nice and tall, and we're going to pull back. So we're squeezing back. And if you want, you can take this as an opportunity to lift the chin and look up. And then push forward, shoulder blades get nice and broad and the upper back gets rounded. And this is a great place if you want to tuck or drop your chin towards your chest. So pull back, maybe looking up, push forward, looking down. So we really want to get that upper back moving. So arching as you pull, rounding as you push. 3 more. Big breath in and out. All right, pull those arms back and drop them down now. All right, so we're going to just warm up some of the other parts of the body as well, even though our focus is on the head and the neck and the shoulders. All right, let's take a little side bend. So reach one arm up and over, let the whole body take it through a side stretch, and then back to center, other way, up and over. Good. If it's hard for your arm to go all the way up tall, try taking the hand to the top of your head instead. Couple more times. Get one more each side. All right, now we're going to go ahead and stand up so we can do a few things with the shoulders and the upper back and also with the neck. So come on out of your chair. You can use the chair as something to hold on by standing behind the chair and just keeping whatever grip you need on the chair as we go. All right, so we're going to start with just standing tall, right, and bringing the hands to the heart. All right, this one should be fairly easy to balance with, but if you need to touch and hold on, do so at any time. All right, so what we're going to do here is to pull back and then drop the arms down, right? So they're slightly behind you, palms facing forward. This broadens the chest, and then sweep the arms out to the side and overhead, and then palms come together and drop back down in front of the heart. All right, so again, pull back. Reach the arms down long behind you as much as you can. Sweep them out and up. And then palms together back into the chest. Now let's see if we want to add a little bit of head and neck movement to this. So as you pull back, just like before, you could look up. As you drop those arms down, drop the chin, and then let the arms kind of follow. Let the eyes kind of follow the arms up and then back down into place. All right, a couple more times. Pull back, maybe lift the chin, drop the arms down and drop the chin down, sweep the arms up, follow with the gaze, and then hands to the heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Pull back, reach long, sweep the arms up, hands to the heart, chin down, pull that head back. 1 more time. Pull, reach back and down, sweep out and up, palms together. All right, great. Now let's use the chair, everybody. Hands on the top of the chair. Start to walk the feet back, walk the hips back. Try to get the body down into a nice long, close to horizontal position. Stretching out those arms. This is going to stretch out your back, your hips and your legs as well. Head is sort of just right there, either just above the arms or between the arms. Take another breath in here. Breathe all the way out. And then lift up, step that right foot forward. We're going to stand in kind of a lunge position or a warrior position with the front knee bent, the back leg straight. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do some turning. You can lift the right hand or you can lift both hands if you're not holding on. We're going to pull back like a bow and arrow, pulling that right elbow, right hand back, right? And I'm going to turn and try to follow that with my gaze. So I'm keeping my eye right on my thumb here, and then I'm going to reach that arm forward. All right, so pull back, follow with that gaze if possible, and then reach forward. Pull back, reach forward. Head is turning with the body or with the chest as it turns. 3 more. This is also good for that upper back mobility. That's one of the reasons we're doing this. Last one. Back to center. Drop those hands to the top of the chair. Walk the legs back. Stretch it out long. It's okay for knees to be bent here. All right, lift up. Let's step the left foot forward. All right, left knee is bent, right knee is straight. We're in our warrior lunge again. Get upright. Check that head. Can you pull that chin back and down slightly? All right, so again, same thing on this side. You can keep holding with the right hand if you want. Pull the left arm back. Try to turn the head with that, following that hand. Good. Sometimes the balance is a little wobbly with that head moving. That's why you have that option to hold on if you need to. 3 more here. All right. And then we go back to our stretch, our long stretch. Walk it back. Stretch out the arms, stretch out through the spine. Take a nice deep breath. All right, now we're going to step into that same stance again. So right foot forward again. All right, we're essentially doing the same movement, but we're going to change up what we're doing with the head. So this time, instead of following the movement of the body with the head, I want you to keep your eyes forward. So if you have both hands free, you can keep your eyes on your left hand or your left thumb, right? If you're holding on, then just find something on the wall that you're looking at that you can keep your eyes on, all right? So I'm going to pull back just like I did before and twist or turn my chest, my ribs, but I'm keeping my eyes forward. And then reach that right arm back in front. Pull, keep the head facing forward. Try to keep the head back over the shoulders. It may try to push forward. Try to keep it back. Three more. Eyes stay fixed, head stays in one place, and the body turns underneath it. Last one. All right, hands down. Let's take again that stretch back to help us transition to the other side. All right, and then left foot forward. Get that stance set in your legs. Head and shoulders up over the hips. Head pulled back. So again, on this side, eyes and head stay in position as you pull and turn with the arm and the upper back. See if you notice a difference in doing it this way versus letting the head follow. Sometimes it's just a coordination thing. It's hard to keep that head in position when things are moving around it. So it's good practice for coordination. Last 3. All right, good. One more time, stretch it back. Sending out those arms nice and long, stretching back through the hips. Good. And then bringing it back in towards the chair. Now, this next one, we're going to use the chair as a prop. This one is also easily done using a wall or maybe a door frame. You know, you can stand in a door and let your hand catch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my chair. I'm just going to let my hand kind of catch the top of the chair. I'm going to see if I can position so that my palm is facing out. So I'm going to roll that hand and shoulder. All right. And then I'm just going to step any amount forward. All right, so I've got the arm behind me. If you wanted to see this from the side, it looks like this, right? So I'm stepping forward. I'm going to keep my head pulled back, not let it get out in front. Roll that shoulder down and back. I'm trying to get just a nice stretch through the front of the shoulder and the chest. All right, now release this side by just turning back towards that arm. Pause a moment. Notice how those 2 arms feel. There should be some differences in sensation there. All right, and then you may have to turn around or get positioned so that you can use the other hand on the chair. So I'm going to just turn, grab that chair, turning my palm a little bit more outward if possible, rolling that shoulder back, taking any amount, of forward step there to get me stretching that chest and shoulder. Head position still good over the neck. 2 more breaths here. And then release by turning into that arm, shaking it out, taking a moment to compare. Notice how the 2 sides feel. All right, now we're going to sit back down for our last couple of minutes here and do some more mobility and stretching work for the neck and the shoulder. Let's start with just giving our shoulders a little stretch by taking one arm across the chest. I'm using that other hand to gently pull it across there into that stretch. And I'm still trying to keep the shoulder down. So dropping that shoulder and then tilting the head away from that shoulder. So I've got my, right shoulder down, right arm stretching, and I'm tilting my head towards the left. All right, release. All right, let's take it through the other arm. Take that arm across the chest. Use your hand to help hold it there. Sink that shoulder away from your ear. And then tilt your head away from that shoulder. What do you notice about your 2 sides? One side sometimes is a lot tighter or more tender than the other. So see what you're noticing in your own body. All right, and then pick the head up, drop the arm down, give them a few shoulder rolls again. This is one, by the way, this simple shoulder roll that I recommend people do daily, right? Anytime you're feeling a little stuck or stiff in your posture, or you've spent some time at a computer or, reading or driving, this is a good one to do to loosen all that up. All right, now our next one, I want you to imagine that your nose, is like a piece of chalk or a laser pointer or a pen, right? And we're gonna just start to draw a circle in the space in front of you with your nose. All right, so just start with a small circle and start seeing what you notice. As you trace the bottom of the circle, that chin is gonna come down to the chest. As you try to get that circle to go up a little higher, you'll be tilting your head back. So you're going to, see how that feels, see how far you want to go, right? If you're letting that head go back, if your circle is getting pretty high up towards the ceiling, just make sure that you're lifting up tall through the chest and even the face. Like I'm trying to reach my nose up to the ceiling. This helps keep me out of any compression in the back of the neck. So however big your circle is, it's up to you. Let's do one more in this direction. And then we're going to reverse and circle it around the other way. Now you might start with your big circle that you've created, or you might go back to a small circle to start with and see how this side feels. Maybe gradually get it bigger. All right, a couple more circles in this direction. Last one. All right, and then just pause in the middle. You're gonna let your head settle into its natural position. Just check in, notice how things feel. Again, look for that head position, chin slightly down, slightly back. All right, now we're going to use our arm next, our shoulder and arm movement to give us some stretch into some of the muscles in the side of the neck. So sit up tall, head back, tilt your head to the left. So drop my left ear to my left shoulder. And then I'm going to take that right arm and let it drop down at the side, at my side. Just let it hang there. And then here's our motion. I'm just going to gently sweep that arm up towards the ceiling. And then bend the elbow and kind of pull that elbow down and sort of to the back of my waist until I feel some stretch in the side of the neck. And then release that stretch by reaching the arm up. Head is still tilted. Pull the elbow and the shoulder down. You get to decide how far down or with how much, force you're putting there. Pull down. Feel that stretch in the neck. 2 more. All right, now you're going to keep that arm either here with that sort of bent elbow or let it hang down or reach it down and out. All right, you can lighten up, soften it, or keep it pulling. All right, and then turn your chin and your nose sort of down towards your shoulder, and then turn the nose up towards the ceiling. These are small movements. Turn it down. Turn the head up. I'm still tilted, but now I'm adding some of this rotation. Tilt down or turn up. All right, last one. Let that chin drop down or the head turn down. Bring the hand back to your lap. Roll the head forward, chin to the chest, and then slowly lift it up. And just take a moment to pause. Just observe the right side of your neck and shoulder compared to the left. It feels like my right shoulder is way further down, and like I have a whole lot more space here. And mainly that's just because I've stimulated it, right? And that's a little bigger in my brain right now. All right, let's take this to the other side to finish up. So sit tall, head back, tilt it to the right, and let that left arm drop down. And then the arm sweeps up. And then you're pulling that elbow down and back. You can decide how strongly you pull. That's going to impact the intensity of the stretch. Reach up, pull down. Again, you get to control this, right? You can change the angle that you're pulling the arm, how far down you're pulling, how hard you're pulling. 2 more times. All right, now we're gonna let that arm stay. You can stay with that bent elbow pulling. It can drop down to a reach. You can soften it or you can keep it active, and then try rotating your head. Nose, chin towards the shoulder, nose, chin a little bit up. Small movements. Turn down, turn up. All right, next time that head is down, relax the arm back to your lap, roll the head forward, and then lift it up. And take another moment just to check in, to notice the sensation there. Compare the right and left sides. Good. And then just take another couple of shoulder rolls here, just to check in and see how they might feel a little different. Mine feel looser, less cracking and crunching there. And then let's finish like we began. Hand on the heart, hand on the belly. Pull the head slightly back, chin a little bit down. And just take a few deep breaths into your hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. All right, and then you can bring the hands together at the heart if you'd like for a little gesture of gratitude. We're always grateful to AARP Alabama for giving these opportunities for us to move and be with our bodies. And then it's also a great idea to be grateful for your head and neck. Whatever problems it may give you, it's still doing a lot to help you get through the day. So be grateful for that body of yours. And thanks for joining us. Please be back with us next Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Okay. Thank you so much, Beck. I did have a little bit of crunching in there, but it really felt good. It felt good. And thanks to everyone for joining us today. And we will see you again next Tuesday with Mindful Movement at AARP Alabama. Thanks, everybody. Bye.